It's filthy, baby. Ain't nobody else. First off, I'd like to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. We're back, and next year is gonna be a bigger year. But for today's video, we're gonna be talking about companionship, and that's what we're usually looking for throughout life, but sometimes we like to have that idea of companionship with the gear that we own. For example, this Yamaha Seqtrak. I've been using it without a MIDI keyboard this entire time, and I've been able to finish tracks and everything, but there is something to be said about playing a MIDI keyboard with the velocity sensitive keys. But I wanted something that didn't have that much real estate room on my table, or to have something that's very portable and that I can use on the go. This is where the NanoKey Fold comes in. See, I haven't opened it yet, but in today's video we're going to do a little unboxing. Then afterwards we're going to set up the NanoKey Fold to work with the Yamaha Seqtrak. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so this is my first time opening it. I like how the Korg boxes all kind of look the same. And let's see what's inside. So we have this MIDI dongle, which is very useful, and the USB-C cables. Let's just shake this out. There's a manual that I will be reading. For the actual keyboard itself is proven to be a little bit hard to take out. Alright, let me just open it from the other side. Okay. Alright, so it comes with the Korg software bundle. Just put the box over to the side. I got it in orange. Kind of be on theme, you know. So yeah, it's the first time I'm opening it. And yeah, it kind of flips open, just like that. Let's put it down. It's like these little buttons. I mean, obviously it's not anything like a real MIDI keyboard. Well, it is a real MIDI keyboard, but a real piano style keys, but I think it will do. There you go. Kontrol Editor sees the NanoKey Fold. So we have everything in here, and we can set up scenes. I found a scene on Reddit that we're going to copy. I'll provide a link down below. All right, so for the scene functions, I set everything up. From synth 1 is MIDI channel 8, synth 2 MIDI channel 9, DX is MIDI channel 10, and the sampler is MIDI channel 11. And if you want to switch in between the scenes, all you have to do is press this button and the scene button, and then you can select. So now it's on scene 1. If I go here, this will be scene 2. Scene 3, and scene 4. So now let's connect it to this Seqtrak. Alright, I feel like this took way longer than it should, but I finally figured things out. So scene 1, I have MIDI channel 8. If you go to over here, and in the MIDI channel type, you just put 8. Scene 2, I have MIDI channel 9. Scene 3, 10. And scene 4, 11. And what you want to do, which it took me so long to figure this out, is that once you have everything set up in said MIDI channel, you have to just go to the communication and then you go write scene data. I'm pretty sure if you just set everything up and then afterwards click write scene set, it'll do the same thing, but I just did it individually per scene, and then I sent out the data. So I'll show you how it works. Basically, we're on synth 1. I just want to go to scene, and then afterwards I'll select the bass. And over here you have the scale type. If you want to just bring up this guide, we're just going to go to selecting the scale key. So you press this and key to select the scale key. Right now we're in D. To select the scale type, you just go to this type, and you have all these different options. So we just go to the scale list, and we're in major pentatonic, so that will be 8. Now it's D. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna save this and exit out of the controller editor. I'm just going to plug it in via USB. But now the NanoKey Fold doesn't have any power, so I connected that to my USB dongle, and now it's just going to receive power. So let's continue what I was working on. I can go to easy scale right here. And I think I was in an octave down, so. And right here, we're gonna go to settings, we're gonna go to 6 patterns, go back to master, and now I'm just gonna go over here, so. I can do that when I select my bar length. We'll just put it to 2. And if we want to just delete that, we'll delete it. And maybe we'll put some sustain in here. So let's see. So with scale mode, it can be pretty easy, but I haven't found work on like the arpeggiator side because it's just on a global setting and it's not necessarily per track, and I think Korg is going to be working on that. Another thing that we can do is just set up the mod strip in scene 1, which if we go to the controller, it's MIDI channel 8. I decided to change the CC values for the mod wheel, and so I have one for every single one of the 4 tracks, the synth tracks and the 1 sample track. If we go over to my scene changes, I'm gonna go to scene 1. So this one modulates the resonance. And let's go over to scene 2. And scene 2 is actually a delay send. Let's go to scene 3. Scene 3 is the FM modulation amount. And scene 4 is a reverb send. And what's cool about this, you can pitch the samples. It would be easy to a sample track that I want to record onto. So just go like this. So something like that. This could be used in many different ways, but for the price, you could probably find other MIDI keyboards that are better in terms of the key action and will have other knobs and everything. I find this kind of looks cool with the Seqtrak. Who knows, you could just pull it out when you're at a coffee shop or something like that and just need something to be a little bit more expressive. Albeit not super expressive, but expressive enough to where you don't only have to rely on these 7 buttons, or if you put it into keyboard mode, this section of the Seqtrak. So yeah. So I hope this tutorial helped anyone who was thinking of buying the NanoKey Fold for their Yamaha Seqtrak and any other gear for that matter. It's cool that it has both MIDI and USB output, but a lot of people mentioned online that for the price and for the feature set, it should be Bluetooth compatible. They have other devices that are Bluetooth compatible that I've used before, such as the NanoKey Studio, and that might be a great help. But I also really love the Nano Control Studio. It was a great tool for Ableton, but more importantly, I was using Korg Gadget a lot at the time. Maybe I'll use this with Korg Gadget and we'll see how that works in a future video. But with that being said, I wish y'all happy holidays, happy new year. If I don't see you before, then celebrate, you know? Just gotta do that and make cool music, because there's never enough cool music out there. So that being said, peace.